Miss Alma, you know why you're here, right?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Okay. You literally have my platform. So you are the host while we listen to you. Please, we can't hear you clearly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. A year ago, you were alive, and I came to your live stream. I was like, I lost my baby. So today made it a year. So I want to talk about it. That was December 2014. Oh, 2015. Right? 2014. On 15th. So I want to talk about preeclampsia because I know a lot of women out there, they don't know about it. My heart is beating so fast. I'm so nervous. So
Sorry.
I know a lot of women out there, they don't know about preeclampsia. So I would like to talk about it right now. So everything was going on fine with me during pregnancy. So at around 35 weeks, I
Yeah.
noticed my baby was not moving, right? And my baby was that kind of baby that gives me a lot of stress at night. Like I don't sleep well. He moves a lot. Then by around that kind 4 5, then he will be sleeping, and then I will be resting as well. So that day, I noticed that the baby was not moving like the baby was supposed to be moving. So I had to inform my husband. I was like, I have not felt this baby move today. Pardon, sorry. So my husband was like, okay, let's wait till the next day. So the next day, I didn't still feel any movement, and I called my gyno. I was like, this is what I'm facing. And the gyno was like, note, I don't have BP. I don't have any sugar. I'm okay till 35 weeks. So when I now got to the hospital, it was like, go to scan immediately. So I went to scan. So the scan guy was like, you are disturbing your husband because you could not sleep. I had a lot of mineral cake because they say to help with baby movement that day. So we went to scan. They were like, baby is okay, he's resting, everything is fine. I went back. Immediately I was leaving, my mind was like, go for urine test. I went back. I said, I want to do my urinalysis. They were like, what do you need it for? The baby? I said, I want to do it. I want to go and show my doctor. So they were like, okay, do your urinalysis. And when I did my urinalysis, I took my result. I went back to my hospital. When I gave it to my doctor, all I was just seeing him writing was emergency C-section. Like I was not understanding anything that was happening at that point. I was just trying to understand. But before I went in to see the doctor, I already know that there was a problem because my BP was 140 over 120 something or thereabout. I don't normally have BP. I don't know why my BP is that high. So the doctor was like, I have protein in my urine. I have preeclampsia. So, obviously, I've been showing signs of it, but because we are not that, like, I was not that informed about it, I didn't notice because one of the signs is swollen body. My lips was so swollen, my face was so swollen, my hands from my knee to my foot was so swollen, and I didn't notice. I felt like, okay, it's normal pregnancy stuff, and it's okay to be swollen. So from there, we went up to the I was admitted in the hospital, given injections to help with the baby's lungs, develop them a bit. And from there, the next day, which is 15th, I went into the theater to bring out the baby at 35 weeks plus 5 days. That was the beginning of my stress because, okay, we brought out the baby. After 3 days, I was fine, discharged. The baby had very low oxygen, and we had to stay in the NICU for some time. I was supplying breast milk. I stayed in the hospital. I did everything I was supposed to do. And at around on 5th or 6th of January 2025, they were supposed to discharge us around that time. They were like, the baby is doing well. All of a sudden, the baby is no longer eating. They said we do some series of tests and everything. On 7th, I was feeling so down. So I came up to the baby unit. When I came up, because the nurses were so rude to me and my husband. So my husband now had to bring money to give them as December gift so they can calm down and attend to me well, like allow me to see my baby frequently. So because I made that relationship with them, they became so kind to me, and I was allowed to go in to drop breast milk against the time I was supposed to go. So when I went in, that was around 3 in the afternoon. I looked at the baby. I noticed the baby is not breathing. And there was a nurse sitting down there. The nurse was like, "What are you looking?" Because my baby's name, I gave my baby's name, my husband's name, because of course he doesn't have a name yet. So the name was Baby Anthony. So you're like, "Mommy, Baby Anthony, your baby is fine." I was like, I don't want to provoke the woman, but at that point I was like, this baby is not fine, this baby is not breathing. I was like, this is the reason why I don't allow mommies inside here. You're making me nervous. I said, check, this baby is not breathing. And of course, when they checked the baby was not breathing. They have to bring the baby out, do a lot of things, and finally, like after 20 minutes, everything became okay. And I went out with my sister my husband, and my sister's husband. I was like, this baby is not going to make it if we leave this baby in this hospital. I was like, let's take this baby out. So we now have to meet the doctors. We spoke to the doctors. I was like, please give me your oxygen. Let's take this baby to FMC, Federal Medical Center, Asaba, for proper care. Because they don't have all these patches that can dictate when the baby's heart is failing or when the breathing is. The baby was just on oxygen without any monitor. So I was like, let's go to a better hospital. They were like, this baby cannot move from here. They cannot lend us their oxygen. I said, we are going to pay for oxygen and ambulance. Nothing was done. And then my sister was like, okay, the baby is stable now. Let's go and eat, because I've not had anything in the morning. And they said my breast milk is going to stop running. So eventually my sister had to convince me, and I went to eat around 6. And then when I came back up, my baby is dead. That was 7th of January, 2025. And they gave me a story. Something happened. He was convulsing. All of a sudden, everybody became nice to me. So this is me trying to raise awareness of preeclampsia. If you're pregnant and then you notice that you have a very swollen body, swollen face, swollen hands, swollen feet, do not relax your hands and say it's a normal thing. Pregnant women get swollen body. Please go to your hospital, go and meet your doctor, do a urine lab, do scan, make sure you are okay. Because preeclampsia can help fail your kidneys. If you are following one girl in this TikTok called Anyanwu Tovia, she had a failed kidney after giving birth to a twin because of preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is easily known as pregnancy BP, like something that will happen and then your BP goes very high. So that's my story, and I hope people get to learn from it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you had to reopen the wound that was closed before, and the soul of your baby rests in perfect peace. And I pray that everybody say we love you quickly.
Hey everyone, thank you so much. God bless you.
Coffee with Jarvis. This is whereby you come out to open that stuff that bothers you, that you haven't aired out, and you know it eats you up every night, and you want to just say it out so you can have peace. We are here to listen. We won't judge. We are not God to judge you. We're here to sympathize, we're here to listen, and we're here to cheer you up in the little way we can. So my platform is open for you to come in. It was a very wonderful night experience, and guys, should we go one more? So we leave it for our next live show. Should we go one more, or we should leave it for another? I should go one more. One more. Okay. So if you're out there, I'm taking one more for the night. One more for tonight, and we'll call it a night, or we'll switch. I don't know if I can switch up this mode, but we'll try to switch it up. One more for tonight. One more for the night.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Jarvis.
Hello, Miss Becky D.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you so much for bringing me up.
Thank you. You have my platform, and we're here to listen to you.
Okay. You might have known a little bit of my story because of the other day I came to your platform, but let me go into details a little bit so you understand. So I'm a pancreatic cancer survivor. I thank God I'm doing much better now. But let me give a little bit of a story. Then I'll be putting a picture at the background while I go so you understand what happened. So fast forward to 2022 when we came to Canada. It started in 2013 where they said I had a cyst on my spleen. And the spleen they said it was insignificant. 2015, I got married. 2017, I had my son. Everything was okay. Up until 2019, so they're falling sick so bad. I was in a Vic's hospital in Ikoyi in Nigeria. And then they said it's now become a mass and it's suppressing on my left kidney. But because in 2014, I had a similar surgery and it was so traumatic, I was scared. And then we're planning to relocate to Canada. So we always said, oh, when we are in Canada, we'll take care of it. When we got to Canada in 2022, I wanted to have my second baby. And then the doctor said, you can see a mass on my pancreas, and it's so big. So they'll have to take out the mass. But because I had a baby in 2015 and I knew everything was okay, I decided to still go for it. 2023, I got pregnant with my second son, and that was when the trouble started. As the baby was growing, the tumor was also growing. It was so bad that I had sepsis. The heartbeat of the baby was going down. I was able to manage the pregnancy up until 27 months. And then I had to go for an emergency C-section when they brought the baby out and put the baby in the incubator. So the baby was in the NICU for over 6 weeks. And then they said March 20 of 2024, they will go for a surgery. And then the surgery is to just take out the tumor. But when I was pregnant, when I peed, the pee is like Pepsi, completely black. They couldn't find the left kidney when they go through scans and everything. So they thought maybe the tumor was just traumatizing the left kidney. March 20, 2024, 6 a.m., we went into the hospital, and the plan was for them to go there, take out the tumor, and it's going to be a 5-hour surgery. That was the plan. So I went in. Let me put up a picture at the back. Give me a second, please. Can you see the picture? This is the tumor. The surgeon came out and said, sorry, Mr. Lucky. We went in hoping for the best, but we met the worst. The tumor has destroyed her left kidney, has destroyed her spleen, has destroyed some of her intestine, some of her stomach. So we have to harvest everything out. What? So they had to start calling doctors around Saskatoon, because this happened in Saskatchewan in Canada. It ended up being a team of 25 doctors for over 13 or 14 hours. When I woke up, the only time I remember was 2 or 3 weeks. When I woke up, I was in so much pain because I couldn't breathe. I was in the ICU for weeks. I was on oxygen. And meanwhile, the baby was still in the NICU. So church members had to take care of the baby. I couldn't see my baby. I couldn't do anything. I lost so much weight. When I left the hospital after 3 months, I was weighing 49 kg. If I put up the picture, you wonder, oh, how am I looking this way? So because the thing had destroyed and they had to harvest every part of most of my organs, and then I had holes in the intestine. So the reason I had a blood infection was waste products was coming out of my intestine into my blood. Then after a month, they took the tumor for pathology. And mind you, this tumor was bigger than the baby. The baby was just 30 weeks. So this tumor was big and it was sitting on my left kidney. In fact, the left kidney wasn't even working anymore. After a month, they now called us and said they found cancer in it. If they did not take out the tumor a month before they did, I would have not survived. So I had to go through 6 months of intensive chemotherapy. It was so bad. I don't wish chemo on anybody. It was so bad. I lost all my hair. I couldn't taste. For 1 year, whatever I eat, I don't know what I was eating. It was so bad. I went through chemo. Last year, December 21st was my last day of chemotherapy where I rang the bell. So we just did a genealogy test because pancreatic cancer normally doesn't happen to young people. It happens to elderly people. So they felt it was hereditary. The test came out about a month ago and they said, oh, no, it was my own body that created the cancer mutation. So my children are not going to be prone. And that was the testimony. So the reason you see me this big is they give you steroids to take because normally you go through pancreatic cancer, you lose weight automatically, you can't eat. So they pump you with medications for you to eat. So they ended up taking half of my pancreas. I don't have a spleen, so I'm on vaccinations, monthly vaccinations like babies. I don't have a left kidney. I don't have some of my intestine, then half of my stomach is gone. A month ago, I went for a follow-up CT scan, and then the technician came to tap me. And he said, sorry, were you born with one kidney? I said, no, look at my file. It was taken out. Then he went to call the specialist. Then they came in, they said, well, you have some organs missing. They said, and you had a baby. I said, yes. Is the baby fine? I said, yes. The doctor said, that's strange. How are you this okay? I said, it's not easy. I still go through therapy. So now, even if it's a little headache, the devil start telling you, is the cancer back? Is it because of this? On a normal day, it's normal for you to have, but the chemotherapy and the trauma I've gone through disturbs your mind. So at times you are depressed. You are not too okay. I can't go out there because there's flu right now in Canada everywhere. Because a simple flu can be deadly to me. I can't go to where there's mosquitoes. If I have to come to Africa now, I have to take prophylaxis because I don't have anything to help fight against my own infections. So I'm constantly on because we kept pumping money into it and it wasn't. So we are glad we are even out because we would have kept putting money in and it was a competition for the whole children in the whole world. Yeah. There's no how the chances that I would have won is low. So it's good. I've not been cleared to go back to work because I'm still taking vaccinations. I'm home for now, but I'm doing much better. And I just want to use this opportunity to encourage people that I'm here. I don't have a spleen. I don't have a left kidney. I'm always reminded every day. If I have sometimes I have a reactive bladder because of the one kidney, it works too much. Then the thought will come, what if it fails, But I want people to know that you'll be fine. Whatever situation you're going through, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. I'm doing much better. I still have my struggles, but I'm doing much better. So thank you for the platform. Thank you so much. And you are doing amazing too. You are so beautiful. Well done for everything you are doing. Believe in yourself. You are doing so well. You're a good girl. I want you to know. I love you so much and thank you.